Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review. Angel Olsen, Halfway Home. Angel Olsen is an up-and-coming singer-songwriter whose name has been making rounds in the worlds of alternative country and contemporary folk.
Oh, the L is silent when you say the full.
I'm gonna say it how I wanna say it. Angel has been performing live with artists like Bonnie Prince Billy, and her talent has earned her the ear of Emmett Kelly of the Cairo Gang, whose production and guest instrumentation is all over this album. And the influence of those two artists is certainly on this LP. Sonically and stylistically, when you compare this LP to Angel's last big project, Strange Cacti, I mean, it's like night and day. On Strange Cacti, Angel came off as just a lo-fi guitar strummer with a unique voice that was really swallowed in reverb. And now, this new record is a quaint, quiet, and very emotive mix of folk and alternative country, with Angel's very bold voice pushed front and center. Yeah, it's kind of a familiar formula, structure, style, but Angel's personality does not get lost in the process of making a much more accessible record. And that personality primarily comes from just Angel's voice. There is a serious twang to how this girl sings. And I don't necessarily mean an accent, I mean you're getting these kind of notes in the back of her throat as she is singing some of these ballads. It reminds me of like a lot of old classic country songstresses who had kind of a sharp yodel to their singing. And Angel definitely has that, but she draws it out a bit more. I would say she actually borderline abuses it on some of these tracks, but it is for a reason. And it's pretty much to get this earth-shaking emotional impact, which on some tracks it sounds like she's at the peak of an emotional meltdown, or on other tracks like Always Half Strange, she really kind of sounds like she's delivering a quiet sob. And on the song You Are Song, toward the beginning of the track, Angel has these very quiet, subdued, monotone, almost narrated indie folk vocals. And despite the excessiveness at times, the vocals overall are just really well sung, well performed, captivating. But what makes these vocals even better is the poetry that Angel's delivering with them sometimes. I love when she sings about just desire, like in this one particular line where she sings, "I want to be the bed you mess." Or on the refrain of the track The Waiting, where she sings that she's looking for someone who is going to run to her door and love her without hesitation, someone who's going to sing to her right away, not just talk. Or the track Can't Wait Until Tomorrow, which is actually pretty interesting to me because of how just obsessed it is with this person, just how in love, infatuated it is with the person it has in mind, singing that I can't wait until tomorrow because it's another chance, it's another opportunity to get to know you. And the song Miranda actually kind of tells a story I haven't heard a songstress sing about in a while anymore these days. It's a song about a girl losing her lover because he's a prisoner going to jail. Though Angel does kind of stop short of pining because this person's being locked away. Toward the end of the song, it almost feels as if she's kind of realized this person isn't the great person she thought he was, and she's like, whatever, you're going to jail. See you later. But there are moments on here where Angel does drift off of the topic of like romantic relationships in a very enjoyable way, like on the song Lonely Universe, where she recollects very painfully this instance where she's a young girl and dealing with a family member who seems to be suffering some kind of mental illness, really losing their mind, their memory. Guessing from the lyrics alone, I would have to say maybe it's her mother. She's singing about losing this person, the ambulance is coming, but she has to get dressed for school and go to class right after this. If I have any issue with the lyrics, there are some moments on here where Angel does get a little too wordy with her lines, and the lyrics don't really fit into the meter of the song or the flow of the song. It's like all these words getting thrown down or jumbling like badly placed Tetris blocks. Most notably on the end of the song Miranda or the last third of Safe in the Womb. If I do have a big issue on this LP, it is the instrumentation. It does get the job done on a lot of these tracks, and it does provide some variety. The track The Waiting is really the most tightly knit instrumentally song on this entire LP. It's got a nice groove to it that you could really saunter to. You know, I actually kind of envision the guy that she is singing about losing it over, just kind of strutting by like he's hot and she's just going gaga. And I love the really awesome harmonized guitar leads on that track, as well as the background vocals. It's a nicely put together piece of poppy folk. Lonely Universe is easily the longest song on this entire LP. Goes past 7 minutes. But not only does the story and just Angel's voice and her emotion keep things very engaging, but the instrumentation evolves as the song progresses and the story kind of gets more intense. The instrumentation really gives Angel a great canvas for her to just dump her emotions upon. But songs like Miranda and Safe in the Womb, the instrumentation is just kind of flat, generic. The chords just aren't that amazing. The guitars aren't embellished that colorfully, if at all. And the closing track on here, The Tiniest Seed, while I do like the lyrics, I do like the background vocals and Angel's singing, the instrumentation surrounding this track just makes it sound like a very basic, run-of-the-mill alt-country waltz. Though the performance of the instruments on The Sky Opened Up isn't all that exciting, I do like the fact that the song is pretty much one trumpet short of a spaghetti western. And the song Free feels like a vintage piece of pop rock that the Everly Brothers would have played. Overall, I liked this album quite a bit. It's got very good singing, personality, songs, variety, but, you know, I just wanted a bit more performance and melodic fire coming from the instrumentation. I am still looking forward to whatever she does next, though. I hope the improvement from this album to her next is as great as what just happened from Strange Cacti to here. If that's the case, we're gonna have a great album coming down the pipe. I'm feeling a decent to strong 7 on this album. If you've given it a listen, what did you think about it? Did you love it? Hate it? Why? And what should I review next? Angel Olsen, Halfway Home.